Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to another one of our boat videos. Today is a nice Friday afternoon. It's March 21st, 2025. So we're doing a little bit of an updated video on our 1998 Doral 300 SC. So,
Want me to turn it around yet?
yeah. So this boat, we've had it for a while. We've actually used it ourselves every now and then. So springtime, so time to find a new owner for it. It's a really rare inboard V-drive model. Most of these Dorals come with outdrives, and if you plan to keep the boat in the water, especially in Florida and salt water, those outdrives don't work at all. They will corrode to nothing. But this one has the V-drives with the straight shafts, so it's perfectly okay for keeping it in the water. Being a 1998, this boat's actually in really nice shape for the age. We haven't done any detailing on it in a while, but it still looks very good. It's shifting nice. Transmissions obviously instead of the drive shifting. If you look at the windows, the ones towards the back, that's for the aft cabin. Then we have the bathroom in the center, and then there's the actual cabin port light. There we have anchor windlass, search light. Canvas is in nice shape. We have a full cockpit cover for it as well. I'll show that once we get the boat back at the dock. Later on this video we'll also do a sea trial. We did that a couple of weeks ago, so this whole thing is not filmed in one day. I believe it was March 7th when we took the boat out, so you can actually see how it runs. There's the transom, we got swim ladder, storage. We got pop-up cleats. There's the flush ports. I'll show them a little bit closer once I get on the boat. And here's back showing port side. I'll show you the engines later on too, but the highlight is that it's been repowered. It's got brand new exhaust, and the motors are also freshwater cooled. Okay, let's get the boat back at the dock and we'll continue this video. Okay, we're in the swim platform of our Doral 300, looking inside to the cockpit. I'll show you a few things back here. This boat has flush ports, so you can flush the engines after you've been running out in the salt water. Down there's a shower. We have a transom storage locker, which is actually power operated. So there you can keep your fenders and dock lines, whatever you want here. That filter is for the black water tank, so it's basically a charcoal filter. Make sure you don't get any odors out of the tank when people use the bathroom. Close the locker like that, and then we can go in. We have a small wet bar here, fresh water, that also works. We have an outside refrigerator which works. There's a little bit of surface rust on the outside, which is kind of understandable as we are in a salt environment. There's the helm seat. We have the aft sofa. Looks like there's a slight discoloration on one of the cushions. I believe a part of it has been repaired, and there was just one that was left untouched. But there's no rips, no tears. Overall, very, very clean for the age. So perfectly usable. There's some cup holders, bottle holders. Here's some speakers. Previous owner installed a pretty high-end stereo system, so whoever likes loud music, this boat will also provide that. Here's looking at the helm. Most of the stuff here works fine. We have a smaller Garmin GPS, which works 100% its own right now. I don't know if it shows well on the video, but it shows the map. We have all the gauges. Everything there is functional, except for the hour meters. You can't really read them. Because I guess the Florida heat just kind of killed the LCD. But we did put computers on the, or actually a scan tool on the engine computers, and they show about 600 hours overall since the boat was new. And it has been repowered, so the current engines, my estimate is about 300 hours. But I'll show you the engine and start him up a little bit later on this video. We also have a Raymarine GPS. It turns on. The screen is kind of weak, so it's not very easily readable. We have Lenco trim tabs. They work fine. This boat actually needs it to get up on plane. You have a rudder angle indicator, engine sync. There's some old trim tab gauges that are not used anymore. Functional VHF, that's the control for the stereo. We have a search light. Down here we have the control for the electric anchor windlass. That also works. There's the engine parallel start. If for any reason you run down one battery, with that switch you can start both of the engines. There we have some more gauges. Got your volt gauge for both motors and your center fuel tank. This boat has 3 fuel tanks, by the way. And looking here, that's the sunbed, which is fairly new, and there you can see the search light and the windlass. And here's another seating area. I guess you can seat about 8 easily here. Alright, let's go inside next. This is the inside part of our Doral 300 video. Here you can see on the starboard side we have a nice sized dinette for a 30-foot boat. There's a flat screen TV. We currently have the air conditioning on. I don't know if it sounds on the video or not, but it's perfectly functioning. Air conditioning running ice cold. Here's the B berth. We have a table for the outside, a filler cushion. There's some side storage lockers. Looking at the headliner, it's all in great shape. No signs of any leaks anywhere. This boat has 0 odors inside, and it's also the headliner. It's not sagging anywhere. So for the age, I would say it's exceptional. I'll show you the rest of it. There's a small hatch. There's another hatch. There you can see air conditioning controls. That's an older stereo which is no longer used. Here's the upholstery for the dinette seats. Pretty decent shape. There's a little bit of a worn out spot right there. Got the table. All these rugs are easily removable for cleaning, so you can get to the fiberglass floor. The floor is rock solid. There's no soft spots at all. Here's the galley. We got a cooktop, microwave, that also works. Got plenty of storage here. There's a box for the extra GPS. There's the inside fridge. That's also fairly new and also works fine. There's our fresh water. Works fine. Going back, here's our aft cabin. As I recall, this mattress, there's a little bit of worn out spots on the fabric, so I think it's under those props right now, but there's a small imperfection on the fabric. Got life jackets, and the boat does come with spare props that have prop speed paint on it, so that's a nice upgrade, worth a lot of money there too. There's a little port light, more storage. Nice size for 2 adults, easily. There's the steps going up. And then I'll show you the bathroom. Got a vacuum flush head. Previous owner replaced the pump, so that works 100%. Got a pull-out shower head, little port light, sink, storage, and that's a very special extra piece of equipment. This boat has a water maker, which is unheard of for a 30-foot boat. I have not turned it on because you're supposed to be in really clean water, so you need to go out on the ocean to test it. But it does have power, and when we sold the boat last time it worked fine, but I don't think it's been used ever since. Here's also our electric panel for 110 AC and then 12 volt DC. If you wonder what the stop start is, this boat even has a generator. It does crank over, but unfortunately it does not start. So either it's not getting fuel or spark. We have not investigated it further, but it cranks over, it's not locked up, but it just doesn't start. And I believe the previous owner didn't use it, so that will need some attention. Okay, let's go check out the engines next, and I'll start them up for you. Here's the engine room part of our video. So you're looking at a pair of Mercruiser 350 MPIs. These are 300 horsepower per side. And what makes these great for saltwater use is that they are closed cooled. So instead of salt water, you're running antifreeze in the engine, and the salt water goes through the heat exchangers. And the heat exchangers you can see back there with the caps on them. So that buys a lot of life for these engines instead of the saltwater cool versions. Another thing that goes with these engines is the exhaust, and that's a fairly expensive job to replace it. We actually had that just done at the end of 2024. So this exhaust, the manifolds, the riser blocks, and the actual riser elbows, they're all new on both of the motors. And if you go to a mechanic to have that done, with parts and labor, you're looking at probably between $7,000 and $8,000. So that's a huge value for whoever buys this boat. And also, the exhaust is not some cheap aftermarket one. This is the original Mercruiser exhaust. So you can easily expect to get 5 years out of them. And this boat also is equipped with the flush ports, which I showed earlier on the video. So after every use, if you flush the engines, it'll also extend the life of the exhaust a lot. So let's start them up so you can hear how they run. I don't have the blower on right now because we've had the hatch open and obviously there's no fumes. So start the starboard side first. As you can see, started right up. They're cold right now, so running about close to 1000 RPMs, good oil pressure. Here we show the voltage, it's almost 14 volts, so it's charging fine. There you can hear it, no extra noises, nothing, it's running so smooth. Okay, let's try the other one. Shut that off, then we'll start the port side. There you go. Also running perfectly smooth. It sounded a little bit different starting because we have the exhaust port facing the dock, so it kind of echoes there. Same thing, good oil pressure, running close to 1000 RPM, and there we can also see that it's charging. So once these motors warm up, the idle will settle somewhere in the 600-700 RPM range. These engines actually were repowered with new long blocks. We don't have any paperwork for it, but I believe it was done in 2017. The original computers show about 600 hours of runtime. So we're estimating that these engine blocks have roughly about 300 hours. So they are very low hours, ready to go. Okay, that's our engine room part. Okay, March 7th, doing another sea trial with our Doral 300, and that being March 7th, 2025. So taking the boat out for a little bit of test run, and I figured we'll make a video out of it. So go ahead, put it up on plane. We have 25 miles an hour zone here. Good temperature. Okay, slow down. Okay, that's it for the sea trial. Okay, we're back at the dock. Sea trial's done. Everything's pretty much wrapped away, so I'll give you one more look from the outside. Here's your sunbed again, a little bit close by. Canvas is all on. It's in nice shape. There's the bimini top, and then here we have the rest of the canvas all covered up. There you go. 1998 Doral 300 SCV drive. Ready for a new home. Thanks for watching the video, and get in touch with us if you want to come see the boat, located in Lighthouse Point, South Florida. Alright, thanks again for watching.